enjoy the sunshine, but not too much. You probably know what we're going to say next, and hopefully the message will sink in. Your life really could depend on it. Dermatologists around the nation are warning patients to watch for any changes on your skin. Dermatologist Fred Quarles joins us to answer any of your questions about skin care that you may have. The number to call right now, the phone lines are open, 673-5420. Now is the time. Folks are heading out, thinking about heading to the beach, and they think it's too early in the season. Nothing to worry about.
Well, actually, May is the National Skin Cancer Awareness Month for non-melanoma and melanoma cancer. Since 1970 to 2008, melanoma has increased twofold, mainly in women as opposed to men. But I think part of that is because women go to the doctor more and get screened early. So the delaying process is people not getting in and getting screened.
Gotcha. We're looking at some video right here, and we have a caller waiting to talk with you. But first I want to talk about this. And you talk about women going to the doctor more. What should any of us do when they see bumps and moles and things on their bodies?
Well, the four things are asymmetry in a brown mole, borders being irregular, color variation, and diameter change. And now they've added an E, so that's A, B, C, D, and E is increased in size, evolution.
Evolution.
Yeah, evolution. So the bottom line, the extrinsic factor that causes cancer more than anything else is sunlight and ultraviolet light. And there's a movement to try to get sun tanning booths regulated better so that minors can't get a suntan without a parent's authorization.
That is so interesting. A bit of controversy there. First, though, let's get to Angelique, who's on the phone. Angelique, what's your question for Dr. Quarles?
My question is, I had gotten my hair done one time, and the lady sprayed some spray on my hair, and it got on my arm. But when I went out into the sun, my arm just turned red, and it started bubbling up. And from that point on, every year about this time, my arm seems like it's allergic to the sun. And so I'm wondering if I got skin cancer or skin poison, or what's the difference between the two?
Well, it doesn't sound like you have skin cancer. You had an irritant reaction maybe to the spray then, but it shouldn't be reoccurring every year. So you may have what we call solar urticaria, where you might have an allergy to sunlight.
Wow. And
there are things that can be done to diagnose that, but there are creams that can be rubbed on to improve that. But you might want to get into the dermatologist's office when the rash occurs, and we can do a skin biopsy and make a more definitive diagnosis and come up with a solution, hopefully.
Interesting question. Now, we are running out of time, but Dr. Quarles, I have to ask you, I mean, there's so many numbers, SPF 45, 100, 75. Which is the one, the minimum, that you should have when you're going
Well, at least 15 or higher, but 30 is the only, that level is the only accurate number. I mean, we don't have a way to calibrate and figure out anything above a 30. So sometimes the 45s up to 100 are just numbers to want you to buy it, to make you feel better, but there is protection in 30 and above, so at least a 30.
At least a 30. Dr. Quarles, thanks very much. If you have any questions for Dr. Quarles, give him a call. His Virginia Beach office number 490-6635 or Hampton 827-3046.